How can we feel so alone in a world where we're constantly connected? This question might seem contradictory, but it's a reality many of us grapple with in today's age of digital connection. Welcome to the paradox of loneliness. Loneliness, as psychologists define it, is not simply about being alone. It's a deep-seated feeling of being disconnected, of being isolated, even when surrounded by others. It's a state of mind that can lead to a host of psychological implications, from anxiety to depression. Now, here's the irony. We live in a world where we're more connected than ever before. With a single click, we can reach out to a friend halfway across the globe, join a community of like-minded individuals, or engage in a lively debate with complete strangers. Yet despite these seemingly infinite connections, loneliness prevails. This is the paradox we're facing. Why do we feel more isolated when we're just a text or a call away from companionship? Well, the answer might lie in the quality, not the quantity, of our interactions. 100 shallow exchanges cannot replace a single meaningful conversation. 1,000 likes cannot equate to a single heartfelt hug. And while it's easy to hide behind a screen, it's also easy to feel lost in the crowd. Moreover, the digital world is a double-edged sword. It can bring us closer, yet it can also create a chasm of misunderstanding and miscommunication. We're given the illusion of connection, but without the depth and authenticity that real interactions provide. We're together, yet we're alone. Loneliness, then, is not a product of our lack of connections, but a consequence of the superficiality and disconnect inherent in our digital interactions. It's a reflection of how we've allowed technology to influence the way we connect, communicate, and empathize with others. Despite the paradox, understanding the nature of our interactions, both online and offline, can shed light on this phenomenon. So, let's delve deeper into this paradox and find out how we can turn the tide of loneliness in our hyper-connected world. In the realm of human connections, not all interactions carry the same weight. There's an inherent difference between the social interactions we experience in real life compared to those we have online. Imagine a typical face-to-face conversation. You hear the other person's voice, see their facial expressions, and feel the energy in the room. These factors create a multi-sensory experience that can evoke a wide range of emotions. It's a dance of nonverbal cues and shared experiences that deepen the connection between individuals. Now let's compare this to online interactions. We might exchange words through messages or comments, perhaps even share a laugh through emojis, but it's a more limited experience. The nuances of tone, the warmth of a smile, the shared energy, these elements are often missing when we connect through screens. Online interactions can feel like a flat, two-dimensional version of socializing. We communicate, yes, but it's a watered-down version of the rich, multi-layered interactions we experience in real life. It's like comparing a vibrant oil painting to a simple line drawing. Both can convey a story, but one has a depth and richness that the other lacks. Moreover, the nature of online platforms encourages us to present an idealized version of ourselves. The pressure to curate a seemingly perfect life can lead to a lack of authenticity in online interactions. We often share the highlights, but hide the struggles, creating a disconnect between our online personas and our real selves. This isn't to say that online interactions are without value. They can help maintain connections across great distances and provide a platform for those who might otherwise feel voiceless. But they shouldn't replace real-life interactions. They are a supplement, not a substitute. The depth and authenticity of real-life interactions often surpass those of online interactions. In a world increasingly dominated by screens, let's not forget the value of a simple conversation, a shared laugh, or a comforting hug. The richness of human connection is too precious to be lost in the digital realm. Social media, a tool meant to connect, often leaves us feeling more isolated. Let's dig in a bit deeper to understand this paradox. Social media platforms were designed to bring us closer, to bridge the geographical distances, and to help us share our lives with our friends and loved ones. Yet, many of us often find ourselves feeling lonely even after hours of scrolling through our feeds. Why is that? Well, the issue lies in the superficial nature of online interactions. On social media, we engage with the highlight reels of others' lives, not their authentic selves. We see their vacations, their achievements, their picture-perfect meals, but rarely their struggles, their insecurities, their moments of self-doubt. This selective sharing creates a distorted reality that can make us feel as if we're the only ones grappling with challenges. Moreover, the constant exposure to others' achievements can lead to feelings of inadequacy. We start comparing our lives to the perfect lives we see on our screens, putting undue pressure on ourselves to match up. This comparison trap can leave us feeling isolated and lonely, questioning our worth and accomplishments. Then there's the illusion of companionship that social media provides. We might have hundreds or even thousands of friends or followers, but how many of these connections truly know us? How many can we turn to in times of need? The inability to form deep, meaningful relationships online can further exacerbate feelings of loneliness. In addition, the more time we spend online, the less time we have for real-life interactions. This shift from face-to-face communication to screen-based interactions can lead to a sense of detachment and solitude. In conclusion, while social media has revolutionized the way we connect and communicate, it also has its pitfalls. It can create an environment that fosters superficial interactions, encourages comparison, and often leaves us feeling isolated. Social media, while a powerful tool, can sometimes contribute to feelings of solitude and detachment. Nothing beats the power of a real-life connection. This is not just a charming sentiment, it's a scientific fact. Despite the myriad of digital platforms available today, real-life social interactions still hold the key to our mental well-being. Our brains are wired to thrive on social connections. These connections can boost our mood, improve our mental health, and foster a sense of belonging. When we interact with others in our physical environment, we engage multiple senses. We read facial expressions, interpret body language, and respond to the tone of voice. All these elements contribute to a richer, more meaningful connection that's hard to replicate in the digital world. Think about it. A text message can never replace the warmth of a friend's smile, the comfort of a loved one's hug, or the joy of shared laughter. These moments are integral to our human experience, and they have a profound impact on our mental and emotional health. According to research, people who maintain strong real-life social ties are generally happier, healthier, and live longer. They experience less stress, have lower risk of mental health disorders, and even have stronger immune systems. Moreover, real-life connections provide us with a sense of belonging. We are tribal creatures by nature. We yearn to be part of a community, to share our experiences, to give and receive support. This sense of belonging is a fundamental human need, and it's a need that's best met through face-to-face interactions. But perhaps the most compelling argument for real-life connections is their power to combat feelings of loneliness. Loneliness is not just about being alone, it's about feeling disconnected. And while social media can provide a sense of connection, it's often a superficial one. It's the deep, meaningful connections we form in real life that truly satisfy our social needs. In conclusion, while digital interactions have their place, they are no substitute for real-life connections. So, let's not forget to invest in our real-life relationships, to pick up the phone and call a friend, to make time for a family dinner, to engage with our communities, because nothing beats the power of a real-life connection. Real-life social interactions hold immense power in combating feelings of loneliness. So, how do we navigate this paradox of loneliness in the era of social media? As we reflect on the journey we've taken together in this video, let's revisit the main points we've discussed. We started by unraveling the paradox of loneliness, a seemingly contradictory phenomenon where we feel isolated despite being surrounded by a sea of virtual interactions. This paradox arises from the nature of our social interactions, which have significantly evolved with the advent of social media. On one hand, social media has the power to connect us with people from all corners of the globe, allowing us to engage in shared interests and even form new friendships. However, on the other hand, it can also cultivate a sense of loneliness. It's not about the quantity of our interactions, but rather the quality. When we're constantly bombarded by highlight reels of others' lives, it's easy to feel as though we're on the outside looking in, fostering feelings of isolation and loneliness. But it's not all doom and gloom. There's a silver lining. The solution lies in our hands, in how we choose to use these digital tools. It's about striking a balance between our online and real-life interactions. We need to remember that while social media can augment our social lives, it can't replace the warmth and depth of real-life connections. Let's aim to use social media mindfully, not mindlessly. Let's use it as a tool to enhance our lives, not dictate them. Let's take the time to disconnect from the virtual world and reconnect with our real-world surroundings. Spend time with loved ones, engage in face-to-face conversations, embrace solitude without feeling lonely. And let's not forget, it's okay to feel lonely. It's a universal human experience and a reminder that we crave meaningful connections. It's not a sign of weakness, but a sign of our shared humanity. Remember, While we live in a world that's more connected than ever, it's the quality of our connections that truly matters.